No, that's not him. The hairline was higher.
Like that, perhaps?
No, it was more... Can't you just let me have a go at it?
Sure. Look, here are the various chin shapes and eyebrows and so on.
Yeah, I was watching you. I get the idea, okay?
You can change things using the arrows. When you're happy with it, click on save and...
All right, I've got it.
Okay. Let me know when you're finished.
Okay. The quicker the police find this guy, the quicker I can help Angelina. What did he look like again?
Are you finished?
No, it's not quite right. Can I take a break?
Yes, but just a little one. We need that photo fit.
All right. I've remembered something else.
Very good. Please. So?
That's him. The guy that followed me and Angelina looked like that.
I don't know him. Perhaps a tourist. You also said he spoke with an accent.
Exactly. What now?
We'll post the pictures around town and invite the gentleman in for a talk.
And Angelina?
Yes, well, she's...
Oh, Angelina!
Darren! It wasn't me! You've got to get me out of here. They want to pin this on me.
I know, but we'll get this sorted out.
They want to charge me this afternoon. You've got to somehow...
Come on, Miss Morgan.
Darren!
I'll get you out of here. I'll think of something.
Come on, Darren.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna find out what's going on here. She is innocent. What was her motive?
That's the thing. We don't know.
Look, others had a motive. Fuller blackmailed people.
Is that so?
Mrs. Biba from the diner, she paid Fuller. Lots of money.
How do you know that?
Is that important? She had a motive. And what about that guy? He was at Fuller's yesterday.
We didn't find any money in Fuller's store, and this gentleman's a witness. Nothing else. As far as the alleged blackmailing is concerned, have you any evidence?
Evidence? Ask Mrs. Biba.
And she's gonna tell us if she was blackmailed by Fuller?
She put her under pressure.
Based on your speculation? No, that's not enough. We need evidence. Or at least something that would suggest blackmail before we can move on it. And until then, our only suspect is over there behind bars.
Fine. Then I'll get a hold of the evidence. Where do I start? I need evidence that Fuller was a blackmailer. But what did he blackmail Mrs. Biba with? And was it just her or were there others? I bet the secret door in his basement has something to do with it. But how do I open it? Has Fuller still got the key on him? I've got to find out. Offender, victim, crime, destiny. Everything filed in an orderly fashion, and therefore closed. And if a case is solved, then chance must have played a part. I hardly think they're gonna let me snoop around in the records. Selling water is an unbelievable business. You fill the bottles with water, put on a pretty label, and charge an arm and a leg for it. All these darn mega conglomerates even try to seize control of the water supplies for entire countries. Then the price soars beyond the imaginable, and the people, who are already poor, are completely screwed. That's the way to the cells. I've already spent a couple of nights in cells like that after protests. In my circles, that was something like a badge of honor. I just thought it was crap. The police must have been decked out with new computers recently. All quite modern 486s. The new Pentium processor is already being advertised. You have to wonder who really needs that kind of processing power. As long as I can still run my old Sierra Adventures, I definitely don't need a quicker system. These rather sinister fellas are wanted. There are some wretched criminal mugs among them. I always wonder if police photographers get special training in making everyone look like criminals. Or is it because the pictures are on manhunt posters? It always seems to me the people in those pictures are exactly how you would imagine a criminal to look. Back there is the smug, ignorant captain's office. Does he really believe that Angelina killed that fat bastard? What piss-awful weather. Suppose it's fitting somehow. Hi.
Hello, Mr. Michaels. What can I do for you?
How's my mother today?
No change. Her vital signs are all okay, but she is still comatose like before.
So we can only wait.
It looks that way.
Has the guy who inquired about my mother been here again?
No, at least not on my shift.
And please, can you tell the other nurses that they should keep an eye out for this guy? The police are looking for him.
I know. The police faxed through a photo fit picture.
Good. You heard what happened to Fuller?
Oh, yes. Beatrix told me. They brought him in here this morning, covered in blood.
Did you know Fuller?
Not personally.
What do you mean by that?
I'd heard of him. Okay, listen. I'll tell you. As a woman, it wasn't an especially good idea to have your picture taken by him.
Why not?
He was a creep. And was not supposed to be able to keep his hands to himself. That sort of thing gets around, of course.
Thanks very much for the information.
No problem.
There's a delivery note for liquid soap. I can't take anything. The nurse will notice.
The mirror. Don't go through the mirror.
Mom? Mom, are you awake? Did I just imagine that? No, I couldn't have. My wrist still hurts. She must have been terribly afraid of something. But what did she mean? Monthly payments from England from someone called C. Instead of compensation from the insurance. And a back injury that was more likely caused by a fall than a car accident. What's going on here, Mom? Why did you lie to me? Please get better, Mom. Get well and tell me the truth about the accident. I need to know. I'd better leave the scales here. What would I do with scales? A soda machine. Chucks out various kinds of sugared water. A bottle of soda. Great. There seems to be dozens of cameras in this building. Perhaps they should film the screens, just to make sure everything's being filmed. At least there aren't any cameras in the patient's rooms, or in the restroom. We'll have to wait until the year 2000 for that. Hallways, corridors, the reception area over there, a door, presumably the emergency exit. All of it no further interest. The question is, has the job made him cynical and depressive? Or does he have this job because he's always been cynical and depressive?
Excuse me. This area is only for staff. You're not allowed in there.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't know that. I've got to distract the nurse somehow. She won't let me in there. There are a few cables hanging down the side of the unit, mostly to the sensors attached to my mother. The machine only monitors my mom's vital functions, so it doesn't matter if I loosen a cable here. Perhaps the delivery note will be of use. I'll take it. Clues in the trash, huh? It's worth a try. Oh, man, that stinks. So, what have we got here? Trash bags with leftovers, packaging, paper towels, and... Hey, some torn up pieces of paper. That really might be interesting. Those are the paper snippets out of the trash can at the diner. Let's see if I can put them back together. Yeah, I think it's a letter from Fuller to Mrs. Biber. Maybe even the one I stuck in her hand yesterday. Dearest Claire, I'm a little disappointed that you don't
come to visit me anymore. Don't you miss our time together at all? All the fun we had? Take a look at the pictures. You look so happy and contented. Don't you think so too? I tell you, that was some kind of fun we had too. And you just can't bring yourself to admit it. Are you worried about it getting out? Well, it would be too embarrassing, wouldn't it? A married businesswoman has to watch her reputation. What would the folks say? What would your husband do with you? It would be a scandal. But I'll protect you from it. Me and 15 Ben Franklin stand between you and shame. I'll expect the, bonus this evening. Bring it to me, and I'll enjoy myself with your pictures for a few more weeks. F.
That's at least evidence that Fuller was blackmailing Mrs. Biber. 15 Ben Franklins is $1,500. But is that going to be enough for the cops? They're going to ask her what he was blackmailing her with. And if they ask her, Biber will deny everything. I've got to find out what Fuller was using to blackmail her. And I'm sure that the answer is behind that secret door. Mrs. Biber.
Just a moment, please. Yes, what can I get you?
So where was your husband last night?
Yeah, and what's that got to do with you?
What's that with him and Fuller?
I'm asking you.
This weird guy, the one who bumped into me yesterday. Have you seen him again?
The guy from yesterday? Sure, I think I'd remember him.
This guy.
Oh, him. No, I haven't seen him again since he was in here questioning me.
What did he want?
He was asking after Miss so-and-so.
Miss Angelina Morgan?
Could be.
And you haven't seen him again?
Nope.
Will you tell me if you do?
Maybe.
So friendly. Haven't you heard what's happened to Fuller?
Yes. But I don't want to talk about it.
Why not? You hated him. Maybe your life will be a bit easier now without him around anymore.
How can you say that? He's been murdered. You're making it look like I wanted that to happen to him.
Did you then?
No.
After everything he did to you?
What do you know about that?
Oh, a little.
Nothing. You don't know a thing. And if there is anything, you save it for yourself.
Or what? The same thing that happened to Fuller will happen to me?
Get out.
Dr. Newhouse from the hospital. Oh, excuse me. The health center. Dr. Newhouse?
Yes?
Do you know how my mother is? Or should I ask someone in the hospital?
I've already seen your mother today, Darren. No change. And I think we ought to take that as a good sign.
Are there good medical reasons for thinking that? Or is that just wishful thinking?
Optimism never hurts.
So it's just wishful thinking then?
Darren.
Thanks, Doc. Have you ever seen this guy? He was in the hospital yesterday.
In the hospital? I don't think I saw him. Why didn't you ask the nursing sister?
He was here in the diner, too.
That's right. I think he was talking to Mrs. Biba.
Did you notice anything else?
Afraid not.
So how was old Fuller killed then?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you anything. They're still investigating.
What? You think I'd tell the press? I did used to work for him, and I'd like to know what happened.
Well, okay then. He was stabbed.
And more exactly?
He was stabbed nearly a dozen times. Not a nice sight.
Did he bleed to death?
Not necessarily. Could have been shock. Could well have been that some vital organs were injured.
Huh. So looks like Fuller had a pretty free choice of how he checked out. Somebody wanted to cover all the bases for him.
Darren, you really shouldn't speak of the dead like that.
I'm not interested in the dead. I'm interested in the murderer. As I understand it, there's also a department in the health center for the less mobile. A morgue.
Yes, that's right. This is a small town. We doctors at the health center are also responsible for checking corpses.
So don't you have to have special training for that?
If there's even just the slightest sign of a crime, then we get an experienced pathologist over from Portland.
So that means that Fuller still hasn't been looked at.
Right now, we're waiting for the pathologist. We've only prepared him.
Do the nurses sometimes stick their fingers in the deceased's personal effects?
Outrageous! Of course not. These things are properly stored away in the morgue as they should be.
Thank you. So, are the crops in Biddeford any good?
How do you mean that?
Do you trust them to find the killer?
I'm sure they'll do their best.
Oh, right.
We've never had a case like this before.
Oh, so you don't reckon it's such a bad thing if they've got the wrong person, since they still have to practice?
I'm sure that the captain will solve the case.
Well, that's it for now, I guess.
If you've got any more things you want to ask, just come and find me.
I should have guessed. The police have sealed the door. I've got to find another way. The cops could have at least brought the sign back in with them. If this place ever burns down, I'll be the guy holding the match. There's so little traffic here that nobody's bothered that the lights don't work properly. It could also be that no one's actually noticed. To describe Biddeford as quiet would be an understatement. It sometimes seems to me that the place has just about died. Oh well. Now Fuller's mother's got less washing to hang up. The window is open, presumably to let in some fresh air. Or maybe it just doesn't close properly. Who knows? Crap, the back door's locked too. I've got to think of something. How do I get into the house without breaking the seal? That's Fuller's office window. Yep, that could be my way into the house. I can get into the basement through the light well. I've just got to get rid of this grill first. It looks very heavy and it's rusted into the concrete. The window is barred. The bars seem pretty strong and are bricked into the wall. I'll tie the rope to the window grill and the basement grill. Hey, if it worked in ancient Egypt, it should work here. My private doorway to Fuller's realm. Beaten by... a water faucet. If Fuller had a garden he wanted to water, he could do it from here. But in Fuller's garden, you'd get pretty well nothing to grow. Cheap beer. That's about right for Fuller. I just wonder why he has the crate in the basement. I can't see him coming down here every time he wants to drink a beer upstairs. Fuller's secret door is behind this photographic screen. But it could cause some trouble with the cops if I bust it. There has to be some kind of a knack to getting the clips to open. The Sphinx, and the Great Pyramid of Cheops in the background, both of them near Cairo. The pyramids are the oldest of the 7 wonders of the world, the only one which still exists. Monument Valley in Utah. Obviously the Wild West ever since John Ford made those films of his. Now, where's John Wayne riding his stallion into the sunset? Some photo of a beach and an ocean. There are millions of pictures like this. They all look the same somehow. The Great Wall of China, the largest man-made structure in the world. It's a few thousand miles long, but despite what they say, it can't be seen from space with the naked eye. That's got it. The clips are off and the screen's gone up. Battered-looking numeric pad with small metal buttons. I guess that you have to enter a code to open the door. When you stand here, it feels like what? Something like when you see in the dock and he has you stand on a set of mechanical weighing scales. Everything slides slightly back and forth. The floor gives a little as you stand on it. Could it really be a set of scales? Would that fit in with a secret door? Aha, I knew it. If it really is a kind of scale, then it could measure Fuller's weight while he tapped in the secret number into this pad, and the door would only open when the two matched. Pretty well thought through for sure. For me, there's the problem that I have no idea how heavy Fuller is. I've got to find that out if I want to make progress here. If it really is a kind of scale, then it could measure Fuller's weight while he tapped in the secret number into this pad, and the door would only open when the two matched. Pretty well thought through for sure. For me, there's the problem that I have no idea how heavy Fuller is. I've got to find that out if I want to make progress here. I'll leave it here in case the power drops out again. And that could only be a matter of time looking at the fuse box. A timeless, plain and simple 80-watt bulb on a cable. A classic. I'm not going to touch any lit light bulb. That's got to be hot. I'm not going to touch that thing again if I don't have to. I don't want to push my luck. I don't think I'll find anything that the police missed. They've examined this area carefully. I think I need more sleep. This is where Fuller's body must have been lying. Everything covered in blood. A completed delivery note for liquid soap. Why not? All right then. I'll take that heavy thing with me. Better not. I've got what I wanted, and Mom needs some peace. I don't want to stop her from doing her job right now.
Yes.
Hello.
Are you delivering something?
Yes.
Delivery note. Whatever.
I'll be off then.
Hey, not so fast. What you delivering then?
Liquid soap?
So, where is it?
Huh?
Where is the package?
Oh, what a klutz. I left it in the car.
Man, unbelievable. In my day, I would have never gotten away with that kind of thing.
Oh, no. Does that mean I'll never be able to become a security guy now? I'll get the box. An empty package. Looks like someone's unpacked the shipment here and left the packaging. Some people. Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
Hey, do you know Eddie from the junk shop?
Yeah, sure. I know pretty well everybody here.
So what's going on?
He's single. Was never married before either, as far as I know. But hey, who could put up with him for long anyway? Those never-ending war stories. Can you imagine that?
Is he really blind?
I never heard different. But I wouldn't put money on it either. He's a chiseler. Maybe he's got disability just so he can make himself a few bucks.
Do you know this man?
Has he got something to do with the Fuller murder? Of course. I can see it now. That's a real criminal face.
You know him or not?
Never seen him.
Then not. Have you already heard what happened to Fuller?
Isn't that something?
I know, right?
Alas, something's happening here. A bloody murder in the middle of the night? A suspicious foreign lady? Who knows what's gonna come out of all this?
Maybe the suspicious foreign woman is innocent and has been wrongly arrested.
Oh yeah, and the killer is still on the loose and is gonna kill again.
Oh yeah, maybe a souvenir shop employee.
That's not funny. You shouldn't joke about that.
What can you tell me about the hotel down the coast?
The Wild Coast? Belongs to an old town family. Been there for about 100 years. It's a well-run place. Doesn't do badly. Bit boring, though.
No scandals?
The owner doesn't get on too well with his son. He's hanging out in Portland. Some kind of musician. But exactly what? I don't know.
And anything else?
There's an illegal card game up there sometimes. The cops don't bother with it, though.
Why'd they do that?
How should I know? The chief probably plays with them.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I've closed up the package again. You can't see that it's already been opened.
Yes.
Hello.
Are you delivering something?
Yes.
Delivery note? Whatever. The package?
I've got it here.
Okay.
Can I go in now?
No, you can't. Where's your pass?
My what?
Your visitor's pass? You have to get a visitor's pass back there.
Oh, come on. What is this garbage? I just want to take my package to the mortuary.
And you need a pass to do that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
You could say so.
I'd think about that if I were you. A good idea. But how do I get the laxative into the bottle without damaging the cap? There's nothing more of interest in there. Dr. Newhouse?
Yes?
What's that ID you're wearing there?
It's from the hospital.
Don't they know you're a doctor there? They can't have that many staff.
I said the same thing to the admin people. But Dick, the security guard, insists on it. He's very meticulous. And apparently can't recognize faces.
Can you tell me something about the security guy at the hospital? I find him kind of interesting.
He used to be a police officer. He was... there were a few problems. So, when he couldn't be a police officer anymore, he became a security guard. Where do you know him from?
He was in the diner yesterday.
Oh, right. But strange as it may seem, I believe he lives for his job.
He lives for that? Being a security guy.
He takes his job very seriously. Sometimes too seriously.
Well, that's it for now, I guess.
If you've got any more things you want to ask, then just come and find me.
Sorry, Mrs. Biba? Hey, can I get a pot of coffee?
On its way.
What's happened to your eye? Let me guess, you fell down the stairs.
Yes.
And your husband was standing at the bottom doing his boxing training.
What's this got to do with you?
I just don't understand it. How often does this happen?
Not often. Just sometimes.
Maybe you ought to move to a bungalow without stairs.
Yeah, you think you can give me advice? You married?
You trade in your pride when you do that?
You've never been in love. If you had, you'd never ask that. Okay, what do you want to drink?
Is it too early for a whiskey? What do you think?
Hot.
Oh man, sorry. It was an accident. Sorry.
It's all right. Your thoughts are elsewhere.
Oh, give it here, Dr. Newhouse. I'll rinse out the stain.
Thanks.
No harm meant.
No damage. I just gotta keep it cool.
Now that's what I call a serious coffee stain. And the ID badge is still pinned to the lab coat. So now I've got some ID. Excellent. The security guy at the morgue surely won't expect it that closely.
Yes.
Hello.
Are you delivering something?
Yes.
Delivery note? Whatever. The package?
I've got it here.
Okay.
Can I go in now? I've got a pass as well.
All right, then. You could go in.
Thousands of people die every year from infections they pick up in hospitals. Makes me wonder if hygiene hysteria is the better way to go. The cleaning agents they use aren't so innocuous themselves, and the viruses are getting more and more resilient. Either they assume that Biddeford's population will reach 50,000, or the number of cold drawers is quite over the top. Half the town would have to have a collective heart attack. A syringe. Quite a size. I guess any remaining fluids are sucked up with that. I certainly wouldn't want my flu shot injected with it. Huh. 6 clipboards in total. Let's see. There are lists of the personal belongings each dead person had on them. But there are no names. There's 394 written on the first one. I guess the numbers on the lists here relate to the numbers on the boxes. That means if I can work out which of these lists belong to Fuller, then I know which box his stuff is in. Number 394. Hairbrush, lipstick, car keys, mirror. That's hardly going to be the contents of Fuller's pockets. Number 412. Wallet, keys, Polaroid photo. That could be Fuller. Oh, wait a minute. A wedding ring. Fuller was never married, so it's not 412. Number 433. Credit cards, earrings, anklet. No, not Fuller's. Number 448. Wallet, driver's license, credit card, keys, bills. I wouldn't rule that out as being Fuller's, but I'm not certain. Number 442. Driver's license, photos, small change, a pacifier, baby powder. Definitely not Fuller. Number 399. Knife, torch, ski mask, skeleton keys, small change, plastic bag. Unless Fuller was about to set off on a secret thieving trip when he was murdered, then that's not his. Number 448. That's the only box left. It's gotta be it. Boxes. They appear to be airtight. There's a number stuck to every box. I think the personal effects of the dead people are stored in them. Fuller's box is number 448. But where is it? A metal bier. The edges are bent upwards so no blood drips on the floor. It's got wheels and seems a bit rickety. It's probably taken to another room for the actual autopsy. There's a bier, just like a metal bier. It's probably taken to another room for the actual autopsy. There's a bier, just like the one out in the hall. I think it's for transporting the corpses. The upper part can be removed. Not a pretty sight. Fuller's body's peppered with stab wounds. They've undressed him. I won't find any clues here. I'd rather not do that. Whoever it was, he must have been out of his mind. I should first divert the security guy's attention. All the racket's gonna be quite suspicious. I've drawn a little of the laxative into the syringe. Nice. That's the laxative in the soda bottle. First, I gotta find Fuller's things. How else am I gonna open the secret door? Well, it's all really clean here, but ultimately a dead person makes less mess than a living one. Yeah, well, at least if you don't cut them open. That's Fuller's box. Fuller's keys. Those could be useful. Hey, and here's his wallet. Driver's license, a few dollars, credit card, a few bills. But no secret numbers or anything like that. I think I'll take the keys. The wallet and the rest of that stuff is of no use to me. There's nothing more of interest in it. Hey, boss, you want a soda?
What do you want for it?
Nothing.
You just gonna give me a soda as a friendly gesture?
Exactly.
That's very... nice. Perhaps you could do me another favor. Can you keep watch here for a minute? I'll be right back. Real quick.
I thought you couldn't leave your post.
It's an emergency. I'll be back in a minute. Wait here.
Okay, no problem. What was that about? Strange. Oh well, he's gone. Alright, I can work out Fuller's and the buyer's weight together. That way... £348. The only question is, how much of that is buyer and how much is Fuller? Let's see. The buyer weighs about 53 pounds. 348 for Fuller with the buyer, minus 53 for the buyer makes 295 pounds. That's Fuller's weight, and that's what I gotta put on the scales. Perhaps a bit more. He wasn't wearing any clothes and had lost a lot of blood after all. I weigh nearly 198 pounds with clothes on, so I just need around another 99 pounds on the scale with me. I'm sure I can find something in the basement.
Don't move!
What the? Look, I didn't want to...
What are you doing? Trying to poison me, huh? That ain't gonna work on me.
Me? Poison you? What makes you think that...
No one has ever offered me a drink. And someone like you, of all people, bring me a soda.
Yeah, well, I thought you were thirsty.
Yeah, sure, junkie. You want to steal medication, huh? Or equipment to make some money, don't you?
That's crazy. I was...
The soda's poison, right? It's in the lab right now. And if it turns out you trying to poison me...
Yeah, well, poisoned...
You going to jail for this, you terrorist.
And you were missing your old boss and wanted to say goodbye to him.
Something like that.
Don't give me that crap. Breaking and entering, larceny, we can lock you up for that.
Breaking and entering and larceny. According to the security guy, I'm a seriously dangerous terrorist.
He got you snooping around, and that's bad enough. I understand that you want to help your girlfriend, but this kind of thing doesn't really help. When this gets out, and Dick's gonna make sure that everyone in town knows about his heroic act by tomorrow morning, then it's gonna look like you wanted to get rid of evidence, or something like that.
Can I go now?
Darren, I'm not against you, but keep your nose out of this. If we catch you snooping around again, you're gonna end up in the can, capiche?
Yeah, capiche.
Now get out of here. I've got to reassure Dick and make it clear to him the boy's harmless.
And I'm gonna continue where I left off, at Fuller's secret door. Okay, I'm missing about 90 pounds of additional weight. That shouldn't be a problem. Along with my weight, another few pounds ought to do it. I reckon that'll be exactly enough. Junk weighing 90 pounds, more or less. Now all I have to do is find out the code. That's Fuller's keys. Keys for the store, his apartment, mailbox, automobile, and... That's interesting. That's no ordinary key. It's a small hexagonal brass stick. Looks almost like a winding up key for a clockwork toy. Let's see. It seems to be a mechanism to wind it up. Behind it is a little button. Let's see what happens when I turn the key. Okay. So I've wound up the clock. Now I'm pushing the key in. Oops, it clicked. It sounds like it adjusted something inside the clock. What the? What's this then? This box was hidden in the clock. Come on, I just need a little tip for the damn combination. Huh, 4 negatives. That's 4 negatives which have been cut out, but the photos don't seem to have come to anything. There are some faults in the exposure. They look like bars or stripes. A few horizontal, a few vertical, and they're arranged differently on each negative. I can't see anything else other than that. Those are Fuller's dirty shoes for outside. In here, he wears other dirty shoes. If there was a garden outside and not just a garbage dump, I'd have guessed that Fuller wore them to work in the garden. There's clay and earth on the soles. Nothing interesting to see. That's a light box for looking at slides and negatives. Right, let's give it a go. I can move the transparencies around and turn them over. Let's see if I can arrange them in an order that makes sense. Hey, 2482. The rows produce digital figures when arranged in the right order. I'm certain that's the code for the secret door. The negatives were Fuller's emergency memory aid. It might work now. It might work now. That's it! At last. Now that the door's open, I'll get this junk out of the way. Somewhere there's gotta be... Ah, here. Oh my God. bastard! Lots of little bottles of knockout drops. That's... Oh, God. I picked them up. Fullest package, it clinked. I don't want to have anything to do with that. What would have happened if he still had some of that stuff when Angelina was here? Did he call her, perhaps? Did he want to lure her here and she might have defended herself but then it'd be self-defense. Angelina would have told the police that. Come on, stay concentrated. Angelina had nothing to do with it. The metal locker looks very old. Perhaps it's from a school or a sports club. Cupboard's locked. But there's no padlock and no combination lock on the door. There's gotta be some other kind of mechanism. The bed's got a metal frame and a worn mattress. It's stained and moldy. No sheet, no pillow, just this grubby blanket. It wasn't enough for Fuller to just drug his victims. He tied them up too and probably got some perverse pleasure from the fact they were at his mercy. He recorded it. The pig got it all on video. This way he got his kicks from it all a bit longer. And he had evidence. There's no tape in the camera. A camera tripod. An older model than the one up in the shop. But it's got the same mounting system. It's for Fuller's camera. I don't want to know what went on here. I'm just afraid that I already do. Weird. That curtain looks like Fuller stole it from his mother. Old-fashioned, but in better shape than everything else here. What have we got here? A metal plate has been built into the wall. In the middle of the plate is a hexagonal recess. There are these shiny golden balls on the bedposts. That must be brass. Wow, that really works. The ball simply plugged into the tube of the bedpost. A brass ball. Huh. A hexagonal metal bar fastened on the underside. Looks like it's welded on. Something's happened. It's open, but I can't get excited about it. I don't want to see what's on these photos. There's only Mrs. Biber in these pictures, but there could be other pictures of other women, and therefore lots of people with a motive. That, along with the blackmail letter, should easily convince the police. Fuller was a blackmailer, and worse. There must have been dozens of people who wanted him dead. Dozens of people with a motive, unlike Angelina. I'll get her out of jail with this. Not nice. And every time she goes out, Mrs. Biber has to reckon with maybe seeing the guy who took the photos. Unbelievable how she must have hated him. But then her fear of everything being made public must have been even more so. I'll take the bar with me. Perhaps I can use it a second time.
That's really interesting.
It's repulsive. And a damn good motive, right?
Indeed. But it doesn't mean that the Bibers have anything to do with the murder.
Of course not. Look, I guess your people would find even more in Fuller's secret room. Then you'll have plenty of suspects, all with good motives.
I've already sent some people over there. But all of this doesn't prove that it wasn't Miss Morgan.
But she had no motive.
Yes, she did.
That's him. That's the guy that followed me.
Nice that you came, Mr.
Reginald Boris is my name, Captain. I'm a private detective from England. I'm sure I can contribute a few things that will clear up this case quite considerably.
That's what we like to hear. We have a few questions for you as it happens.
For example, why you lured Angelina into a trap?
Mr. Michaels.
The important question is surely why? Why did Miss Morgan murder the photographer Fuller? Well, quite simple. She was also photographed by him. As you can see, not quite as revealing as the others, but I haven't got all of the photos. I'm sure your people will find other pictures that put it beyond all doubt.
What the? Those are mine! I shot those pictures of Angelina yesterday afternoon!
All right, calm down. What's going on here?
You'd better ask him. He must have stolen these pictures from Angelina's hotel room. These pictures have got nothing to do with it.
It's the same photo paper as the other ones.
And I got them from Fuller. He said he had lots more.
Oh, man. Lies!
Well, we'll see about that. Darren, go and get some fresh air. Calm yourself down. Mr. Boris, come with me, please. There are a few things we need to discuss.
Why, certainly.
And Angelina?
She stays where she is until we've cleared up this mess.
But...
We'll get in touch when we need your help. Good day.
This can't be for real.
You know, I believe you. You were right about Fuller, and there's something not quite right with this Detective Boris.
Then go in there, arrest him, and release Miss Morgan already.
It's not that simple. But it'll all become clear. In a few days, everything will be cleared up. Until then, you should just wait. And go visit your mother.
Wait a few days? And give this asshole time to get new evidence? Yeah, right. Next thing you know, he'll frame her for the Kennedy assassination. I'm gonna find out what game he's playing.
Good. But be careful. The end doesn't justify the means. You've already broken into Fuller's house. If you get caught doing something like that, you'll get it for real.
Then you'd better stay away from me. He can only have gotten the pictures from Angelina's hotel room. I should have a look around there, regardless of what the police think.
You damn critters! Get off my veranda!
The seagulls seem to like the veranda just as much as the hotel owner does. Excuse me.
Yes, please?
Do you know that Angelina's been arrested?
I can't tell you anything about that.
But you do know.
Look, Darren, this is a family hotel.
I understand. Can I have a quick look around in Miss Morgan's room?
Absolutely not.
Even if I were to let something slip out to the press?
I'm not going to be blackmailed. And anyway, the newspaper belongs to my brother-in-law.
Nice for you. I saw the card and the flowers that you sent my mother.
Oh, well, that was a given. As I hear it, isn't she any better?
Seems there's not much kept private round here.
Well, my wife is a friend of the doctor's wife. After all, one worries about people, doesn't he?
Would you let me know then when my mother's condition starts to improve?
Sorry?
Was this guy here again yesterday?
You mean the one who was asking about Miss Morgan? Yes, I saw him the one time through the window. He was headed towards town.
Where was he coming from?
I can't tell you exactly. Somewhere from around the beach, I'd say.
Or can you keep your eyes peeled? I believe he's caught up in all this.
In the murder?
For sure. He was following Miss Morgan, and now he's framed her for the murder.
What are things coming to? What kind of folks are running around in our lovely little Biddeford these days?
What do you reckon? Who do you think murdered Fuller?
Well, the cops already have a suspect.
That's crazy. It wasn't her.
I hope so, too. And I also hope they keep it quiet about where she was staying.
And that's all you're worried about?
Now, listen here. My whole family's welfare depends on this hotel. You know what my daughter's tuition fees in Switzerland cost?
There's an innocent girl sitting in jail. That interests me more than your daughter's college fees.
Oh, forgive me, you're right. But if Miss Morgan is innocent, which is what we all assume, then the truth will soon come to light.
Oh, I'll bring it to light, all right. Whatever it costs. You got a seagull problem here?
I wouldn't call it that. They kind of come with the coast. It's just, it would be nice if they kept away. In my opinion, they ought to be out on the ocean, or on rocks on the coast, but not on my veranda. And they've lost their fear of humans, and the hotel guests are always feeding them, especially with bits of fish. And then at some point the guests leave, and I'm left with a flock of seagulls on my veranda. They wreck the cushions, and, oh, well...
They crap on your tables?
Well, I wouldn't have put it like that myself, but yes.
The weather isn't going to be suiting to your guests.
Oh, yeah, well, there's not much going on anyway. The change in the weather was already announced. And to be honest, right now I'm quite happy there's not so many guests in the hotel. You know why. With the incident.
Have the cops sealed off Miss Morgan's room?
They were here first thing this morning. Got me out of bed, they did. I was worried that they'd pull the whole room apart. Took a whole lot of photos and fingerprints. You know, like in a movie.
But they didn't.
The captain had a look around the room, made a few notes, and told me that nothing should be touched. But after 10 minutes, he was off again, without taking anything with him.
So are they coming back again?
I don't know. I didn't get the feeling that the captain was looking for anything in particular. He just wanted to take a look around.
So there could definitely still be clues hidden in the room. I need to be able to get a look around in there. And I'll be a lot more thorough than the captain. Key number 5 is the one for Angelina's room. But I can't get it as long as the hotel owner is here. I'll press a little around here. The key for room number 5. Behind this are the private rooms, as the sign says. What's this then? I don't believe it. A microphone. A listening device. The bastard's bugged Angelina. There's no cable on it. It must have a little transmitter, but such a tiny transmitter can't have much of a range. That means there has to be an amplifier or a more powerful transmitter around here. Nice work. There were skilled craftsmen across the whole region all those years back. They brought all their experience and designs from Europe and supplied the whole of the States from here. This isn't exactly my taste, and I can't find anything to help me any further. She only drank non-alcoholic drinks in the diner yesterday. Angelina is about as good with alcohol as I am. A ventilation shaft could be a good hiding place for a radio set. I bet the hole leads right up to the roof. I knew it. A radio set. The bug only needs to transmit a few yards, and then this powerful set amplifies the signal and sends it on to wherever. Apart from that, there's nothing else. A microphone in a small metal housing. I don't know much about these things, but the bug doesn't look like the work of some hobbyist. But I can't see any letters or numbers. No symbols, nothing. Nothing that might help a little. Looks like a normal radio, but I don't really know. I could ask Eddie. He sure knows about these things.
Where have you come from? What do you think you're doing?
You
can't just march through the rooms. This is a discreet, familial hotel. Where is the key for room 5? Miss Morgan's room! You've got it! Give it here! Immediately! Don't let the police hear about this, for heaven's sake! And now get out! I never want to see you here again!
If you just...
Out!
Man, was he upset or what? Doesn't matter. I've got everything I wanted and I don't need to go back into the hotel again. The mast is a copy of a flagpole you might see on a big ship.
What's with my slide projector?
Don't worry, I've got it here.
Is it broken?
No, but old and battered as ever. What do you need the projector for anyway? You're blind.
You just look after your own junk.
Do you know this man?
You want to play me for a sucker?
Sorry. Have you heard what happened to Fuller?
Sure. The police was here. Wanted to know if I heard anything.
Did you?
I got ears like a lynx, but it was raining. When the rain falls on that tin roof out my window, I can't hear nothing else.
You're an expert on radio equipment, right? Can you tell me what this is?
Who the hell?
Darren. Can you help me or not? It's important.
Well, that's a plain old transmitter. Cheap Asian trash.
I found that thing in a ventilation shaft in a young woman's hotel room. What kind of range does this thing have?
Not far. If it's used in a room, a couple of miles at best.
And it's not possible to find out where the receiver is, right? That doesn't help at all. Damn.
I know all the hams in the area, and none of them would hide that kind of thing in a lady's room. But I intercepted some strange Morse code last night. Long wave, just after 1800 hours. Someone knew. He said something about a girl who is now safe. He also said he'd be back in touch today at 1800 hours.
That could have been Reginald Boris.
A foreigner?
Yes. And apart from that, perhaps Old Fuller's murderer. And someone who wants to frame an innocent party.
And you want to stop that? Well, maybe there's a spark of decency in you yet.
Can we track down Reginald if he transmits again at 1800 hours?
Well, you bet. With directional antennas. I got one here. We'll have to build another one. We'll get his bearings from 2 different points, and then bang! We got him.
What do you need for it?
Oh, well, let me think. I've got a radio here. We can use that. I need a metal tube, a copper wire, at least a meter, and you'll need headphones and a compass to get the bearings right. You bring me that stuff, and I'll build you the direction finder. And hurry! There ain't much time till 1800.
1800 hours. That's 6 p.m., right?
Oh, my God.
I won't be able to take the whole leg chain, but perhaps I can cut out part of it. Alright then, there's no choice. I need the copper wire. Alright then, I need the compass. I'll have to sacrifice the telescope. I'll just borrow it.
And? You got everything?
No, not yet.
Well, get going. Metal tube, bare copper wire, headphones and compass.
I've got a cable here. Will that work instead of a copper wire?
No, you'll have to strip it.
A piece of bare cable about 3 feet long. I'll cut into the plastic insulation and pull it back carefully. And now I have a real nice piece of copper wire. Here are all the things for the direction finder.
Very good. I'll build it up right away. But, first the theory. You take the receiver down to the coast, somewhere near the hotel. You turn on the radio, I'll set everything up, and don't fiddle with it. Then you turn the antenna slowly and listen for where the Morse code signal is the loudest. Look at the compass and write down the bearings in degrees where the antenna is pointing.
Good.
I'll do the same here with my receiver. Then we'll plot the bearings on this here map. Transmitter's located where the lines cross. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now let me get on with it.
So, let's see. Got it. Back to the junk shop.
And? Do you have a bearing?
Yes, sir. Bearing at 73 degrees.
Very good. My bearing is 90 degrees. Go on. Plot the bearings.
Let's see. Your shop is here, and you had a bearing of 90 degrees. I was roughly here. This damn... Of course!
What is it?
A boat! Boris has got a boat. That's why no one here knows him, and why the police didn't find him. The lines cross a few hundred yards from the coast. About 2 miles to the east.
Good work. Now you need a boat. One of those lobster fishermen owes me a favor. You can use his.
And what should I do with it?
Sail out there, of course.
And serve myself up for a fight with Reginald Boris on his ship?
Didn't you hear the message? He plans on coming back into town again tonight, looking for you.
That's what he said? Huh, I must have missed that.
Well, go on then. You don't get many opportunities to be a hero.
I trust the police least of all. I'd rather get hold of the evidence of Angelina's innocence myself. And this time, it'll all be watertight. A wooden paddle that looks pretty heavy. Why would you need something like that on a sailboat? I don't know much about sailboats, but I think this thing is called the boom. That's the thing that smacks unwary people on the head, knocking them overboard. I don't know much about sailboats. Life jackets, a lifesaver, a few ropes, a buoy, and a gas can. Nothing of use at the moment. Life jackets, a lifesaver, nothing of use at the moment. The lamp is screwed to the ceiling. If it was just lying around somewhere, it might fall over in rough seas. A frame sheet of handmade paper. You can hardly read the writing, and there's some kind of wildly painted lines over it. The road to El Dorado is written at the bottom. Isn't that in South America? A flip-up seat with a lock on it. The lock doesn't seem particularly strong, but it's still a problem. Nah, I'm not gonna get any further without the key. I need to get the lock open first. Cardboard folder. It looks really new. There's an A on the front. Huh. At the front of the folder is a small piece of transparent foil with lines on it. Strange. I'll take it with me. What else have we got here? Photos of Angelina. Some of them are clearly quite old. She can't be more than 13 or 14 years old in this one. And here she is as a kid. Huh. A note. New York, Boston. Perhaps that's her route? Yes. This proves that Boris has been following her for a while. I'll take the folder. Let's see. Wow, this is a cool model. Huh. What have we here? A file titled Willow Creek. I don't believe it. Why the hell does Reginald Boris have pictures on his computer of a place where my mother regularly receives money? Something very strange is going on here. I'll take it with me later. First, I need to find some more clues to what's actually going on here. What the hell? What links Boris with Willow Creek, and what's my mother got to do with it? They're photos of me. They're all from yesterday, me walking around town. This is me leaving the store. And here I am going to the hotel. And here I am. Huh. That picture's been taken through the window. That Reginald fella must have been creeping about the whole time.